you that our other fed is going to be getting sent away to get prepared to get the Ford reverse synchro fixed. And yesterday I took it to the runoff to feed out, and I lost Ford in reverse. But it ended up being that it snapped, I think it has a pin on the lever which connects it to the shaft. Well, that snapped, so I managed to get it into a Ford's gear and then drive it back from the runoff back to home, remove the bale feeder and remove the loader, and then drove it out to the mechanic's place, which was about half an hour from here. So yeah, I was pretty gutted because I'd only fed up one bale and I had 5 more to go, so I ended up using the boss's tractor to feed out. So yeah, just about to pull into the cow's paddock and feed out. The weather's now turned. We've had a bit more rain. We've had quite a bit of rain over the past few days. The cows have made a little bit of mess, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it's got a bit colder. Yesterday I fed out in the rain. The grass is still growing. It's good to get a bit of moisture. It has cooled down, but it's only cool while we've got wind and rain blowing, so it'll only take us get another couple of nice days and the grass will be growing again once they get a bit of sunshine. But it is definitely slowing down, where the grass growth is going to taper off quite a bit, which is to be expected going into winter. So we haven't ended up sending any cows to the runoff yet, and we may not send any cows to the runoff because we've got plenty of grass here and we're a little bit tighter with the runoff still, so we're just going to play that one by ear. So when you look at this paddock, it looks a bit messy. You think, oh, I've done heaps of damage to this paddock. The mud stops over there, and if you look closely, it's not actually as bad as what you think. There's still a lot of grass there. They've trampled a lot in. They always seem to trample a lot in this paddock because it's so skinny and then widens up out there, and then there's a little piece through there, so they run, you know, they come backwards and forwards through here quite a bit. So it's not as bad as what it looks. With a bit of rain on that, and you wash the dirt off the mud, and it'll be just like that down there. They look a bit weathered because we've had a bit of colder rain last night, showers, but overall they're actually in pretty good condition. If you look at her pins, even this one here, her backside, nice and round. Short ribs are covered, even though you can see the long ribs. She's actually still in good condition. Her spine's nice and flat. It's not I'll try and find one that's a bit light. The number 34 there, the Jersey Cross. You can see it's not real bad. She's actually pretty good. This cow here, 223, I think. She is always like that. She was dried off early and she's put on hardly any weight. She always has a mucky tail. I give her pour-ons, which the other cows don't get. They only, we don't pour on the whole herd. But she's always like that, and she always milks fine. She gets in calf. We've had her for 6 years. We have this cool app here, so we can look up tag number 223, search it. She is 13 years old, so even though she looks like that, not very flash, she's done 13 years, and her cell count, see there, her cell count's 25. It's going to be hard to see on the phone. She's not flash for I can get that any better. You can just see it. It is BW 66/56 and PW is 101. There's her breeding information. So she's not a flash. She's not a flash producer. She does, this season she did 185. Yeah. So that goes to reflect her PW. But she's a cow. We don't just get rid of cows because they're skinny or because she's not as good a producer as other cows, but she gets in calf every year, so she stays on. So they're actually looking really good. So we've still got 2 months to calving, and they're getting pretty good feed. So this paddock here is actually getting grazed, I think, nearly 2 weeks earlier than it should, because I'm trying to graze paddocks that are closer to the cow shed, and I'm happy doing that because there's enough grass in here to feed them. They're getting a silage bale, and once they've grazed a few more paddocks around here and I've got to re-graze the new grass paddocks, they'll be going right down the back of the farm where there's about 2 weeks of grazing down there, so they'll be staying down there for 2 weeks. So my plan is, well, it's sort of worked out that I'll be able to put them down there without having to feed out silage because there's so much grass down there, and I can get away feeding out silage up here and grazing these earlier paddocks, or these closer paddocks. So it means when it comes to calving, they'll be grazing these paddocks here, so right at the early days of calving we don't have to walk the cows all the way down the back of the farm. So that's part of my thinking on how we're managing our pasture. So it's, it's not just putting cows in paddocks, it's grazing them to suit the next calving. That's what we're trying to think of, to make it easier for calving, because you end up with all your paddocks around the cow shed ready to be grazed, rather than having to walk the cows right down the back of the farm to graze those paddocks. So yeah, rambling on a bit there, but that's how I do it. So yeah, overall the cows are looking really good. They've still got 2 months before we calve, so they're going to put on even more condition. I'm not too worried if they put on more condition because they soon lose that. It sort of builds up a bit of reserve I'd probably say we're averaging probably 4 to 4.5 condition score. So there's lots of people that would be happy to carve in that condition, but I'm going to try and get a little bit more, and yeah. Alright, that might be it for today. I've got to head to the runoff and set up a few fences. I think this video might already be long enough, so I won't worry about showing you the runoff. I can do that another day. So yep, we'll see what happens.